Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Hang on one second. Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Let's get ready to go and participate for this year in the 2023 series GTWS Nations Cup on Gran Turismo 7. And we are back. We're having a brand new season. We're having a brand new format as we're about to be starting up with the Nations Cup in the month of May, and then the Manufacturers Cup will be scheduled by next month in June. So today is May 13, and that means we're about to be having with 7 rounds. We're having a brand new format as we're about to be get set and go underway. For round 1 in the 2023 series for the Nations Cup, we'll be taking on in Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps for the Group 3 category. But there is also to have some 2 separation as we're about to go divided into 2 types. For the GT2 and GT3 leagues, we'll have to take 12 laps around in Spa-Francorchamps, and for the GT1, we'll go advanced when you're on the driver rating A. We'll be taking 24 laps, will be served as the extended competition. But that's not all, because the event schedule is about to be set and go organized on Saturdays and Wednesdays. So here we have the first round is about to be entered for having a starting position. Before moving on in Wednesday in May 17, we'll be at Fuji International Speedway for the Group 2 category. Plus, next Saturday, we'll be doing a specified car. We'll be at D-Force Raceway, so we have to find out and finishing for only 2 rounds as we're about to go proceed for only 1 week. After round 3, Group 4 category will be taken on to be in May 24. We'll be at Autodrome Lago Maggiore to be on the full course layout. Plus to have 2 more rounds before moving on before at the end of May. Autodromo de Interlagos for the Group 1 category will go faster, challenging, and taking a good endurance will be stepped up a notch and going faster to be proceed on to round 6 on May 31st. Will be on Wednesday at Dragon Trail Seaside for the Volkswagen Scirocco Group 4. After 6th round has now been completed, we're moving on in June to be at the final round at Grand Valley Highway 1 for the Group 3 category, which is going to be on June 3rd, is on Saturday. So, this season is about to have 1 championship at a time, while the Toyota Gazoo Racing GT Cup is about to be set and going confirmed schedule by tomorrow. We'll be having a round 2 in Sardinia Road Track B course layout for the GR Yaris RC High Performance 2020. So let's enter and get prepared for having a 1-part race entry for only 10 of them for the GT3 and GT2 leagues, while the GT1 is about to go less amount before tonight's competition. So I just went down and putting up a lot of preparation before 2 part of the segment, because just gonna have to go rehearsal, practice, and race strategize to go competition. For the GT2 and GT3 league, we'll have to be racing on over for 12 laps for the number of players up to 16 by having a rolling start for the Group 3 category. And that's not all, because required tire change will be going in and checked to go for having medium and hard racing compound tires will be checked and confirmed. Other kinds of settings to be on the restriction, race settings, and penalty as well. So you see, the BOP/tuning prohibited will be set to be on high speed for Group 3 cars, but that will be the most finest opportunity to go harder, faster, and find your good line on 20 turns around the track. Suitable and much more exactly to see how this competition is going to have to go suitable for having a brand new format. So it looks like green light is now good to go, because this event is about to represent your country and make your best pride to choose any kinds of specific race car or road car during the part of the full season of this year. So I'm all set and good to go. I'll have to be using with the Nissan GT-R Nismo GT3 2018 will be all set and going participation, as the BOP regulation will be setting up automatically. So brace yourself, you guys. This season is about to go challenging, competitive, and go for having a brand new change as the main part of the opportunity to see improvement. We'll have to step things up a bit to go faster, challenging, and make your way on to driver rating A. So let's do this, you guys. Let's enter and join in session in the lobby. As always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, Be sure click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more. Don't forget to click the bell for notifications on upcoming content videos in the later future. Now it is time to get ready to go for round 1 of this year's 2023 series for the GTWS Nations Cup. Here we go, let's begin and have fun out there. Alright folks, looks like live stream is now in progress for having phase 1, so I had to be sure to go down to be on phase 2 if I can really gonna have to do the right thing to shape up and go competitive, to go faster, harder, and much more fine strategy to be facing up with some tougher opponents to be in the same class during the first round on the Nations Cup. As you can see folks, it takes a lot of hard work of racing in the full course layout in Spa-Francorchamps rather than in the 24-hour track layout is now perfectly and be on the same layout as well. So I bet the time condition is going to take place to be on late afternoon and dusk time to be on the condition. So everything is all set and good to go. Racing medium compound tires are now being checked and eligibility to be on the most part of the requirement to be served as a mandatory. Alright, looks like just going to get myself to be worked up perfectly after I just took 2 live stream videos, and this one is going to have to take another chance of the race entry that I just really going to have to do correction by doing the right thing. If I had to go climb up and practice well, because racing objective for the United Defensive Reformation Service is going to have to take a lot of competition on Saturdays and Wednesdays to be participate on one part of the championship event because of the brand new format according to the update. Well, I can't think because I just really don't know about what happened to the point system after we've been participating from round 1 on Toyota Gazoo Racing GT Cup at Fuji International Speedway. But it turns out that there is also to have an issue that we didn't give us the point that we have been received. Kind of looks a bit because it might be a bug, glitch, or maybe an error, I think. Well, I can't think because that might be giving a poor effort, but look on the bright side. Good thing I just took a lot of live stream footages is going to get much more precisely to be caught on tape. Thank you live stream, you saved my best reputation and just going to have to go proceed to be on the next round before tomorrow. So I had to go down to do some training on Spa-Francorchamps in the full course layout, so 12 laps for the GT2 and GT3 leagues will have to be suitable to go improvement to be on the driver rating, as also to have some main differences and suitable perspective on each part of the different laps will go basic and advanced. The GT1 represents to be labeled as an advanced level entry for Gran Turismo players, especially for the top ones who have been participating in the World Finals since the 2022 Monaco. But they did a good job out there. They just been worked so hard and make their best effort to leave their mark. So I had to go down to do some main warm-up preparation because Spa-Francorchamps that has 20 turns and specific layouts that has a main part of the straightaways. So gonna have to go enter to be on the final sector before at the end of the first lap. So watch yourself, don't get caught in the penalty to avoid ignore the track limit for example. Gonna have to slow down and be very gentle. Okay, very good. Now, gonna have to get down to take the next lap time to be on number 2. So here comes the Losaurus to be served as turn number 1. Make a good position onto the apex to go over there and have the yellow highlight to be checked and go down to be at turn number 2. When you're at turn 2, it's about to go down the hill, so better brace yourself. The Redalian Era Rouge on turn 3 to turn 5 is the trickiest part ever yet. Gonna have to stay on track, keep a good maintain on the speed, and you're all safe and clear. Turn 6 will be served to be at the Kimmel Straight. Gonna have to go over there before making a stopping position to go entered onto turn 7 on the inside apex. So there's turn 7. go on to take turn 8 and take turn number 9 at the Les Combes before you'll be all safe and good. Once you're all clear for only 3 turns, you'll be stopping at the Bruxelles in turn 10. This corner is very much more delicate to be served as the mid-downhill session on this corner. But that's not all, because turn 11 is going to have to be well served before it proceed to be on the Pohon before coming in to be at turn number 12. Gonna have to do the basic, race hard, and race like you mean it to become as a true competitive Gran Turismo racer. Practice well, and you have to get it right. So here comes the campus onto turn 13, go right, and take turn 14 to be at the left corner. Once you're clear from the campus, the stop lot to be on turn 15 towards the end of Sector 2, and entrance to be on turn 16 when you're entered on Sector 3. See how it turns out? The Group 3 category is going to have to take a lot of advanced racing work to be well practiced and go for having a main part of the set to be mastered on Spa-Francorchamps. Just to be sure to have 2 choices on the tires during the part of today's competition in round 1 for the Nations Cup. So after that, you'll be cleared onto turn 17 and 18 as you're about to be entered onto turn 19 and 20 at the chicane. So there you go. Average lap time is now going clear. So I had to shape up and get some more improved reflexes where it's suitable to go faster in the FR layout. But if I made a mistake, just like the last 2 part of the live stream video from today, I know, just gonna have to be a little bit left out, and I just lost my breath because I just really might need to get my eyesight to be well focused. So in about 6 minutes, 18 seconds left, so I had to be sure because this part of the live stream video is going to be well referred to become as my acting director for my YouTube channel. But that's how Be Creative is all about, try to make something else to be passive and going well creative to be well impressed. Gonna have to keep going. Looks like Les Combes is now clear for the next 3 turns. Stopping at turn 10. Okay, looks like I just had some dinner. So I just really want my breath to go precisely to be well stable up and go short recovery. It's only down to 5 minutes. That's very good. Turn 13 and 14 on the campus. Make my way to be at the start block on turn 15, exit from Sector 2. There you go. Gap distance is now going up significantly to go for having an improvement lap time. Gonna have to keep going. Almost to be at 3 seconds to have my time to go improve. There we go. 3 seconds is all I need to do. And then chicane on to 19 and 20 to have a good stable position. That's more like it. Update by the record in 2 minutes, 20.968 seconds. Gonna have to go proceed on to lap number 4 and still got enough time before the lobby will be joining session. Okay, there we go. Amp up the good speed. Iral Rouge is now cleared on turn 3 and 5. Now I'm at turn 6 by follow into the Camel Straight. That's very nice. Gap distance is now going a bit significantly by the increase. But very good thing that I'm just gonna have to go by the recommend Group 3 card to be using with the 2018 model on the Nissan GTR GT3 Nismo. Hold it steady. It's about to go decrease a bit. Okay folks, in about 2 minutes, 26 seconds left before the matchmaking will start, but I'm still gonna have to keep trying hard because practice is very important if I can go shape up to stay on track a bit. So you see, the strategy ever since I just went down for only 2 live stream for only 1 position to be ends up on to number 8 after finishing from live stream take 2. But this one is going to be served to be as take 3 for today's live stream competition. But I'm still working on it because this might have to take one brilliant chance to go serving as an encore nomination pick for myself. But I'm sure of it, if I have to do it right, this has got to do it perfectly to be serving as an acting director for my YouTube channel. We'll be doing a live stream on the set. This how live stream on the set is going to be my main purpose, to have any kinds of slightly changes rather than recording on the original clip that has a skipping part for only 2 or 3 seconds. It gives me a lot of slight frustration and gets something jumping in without any kinds of best moments that has to be 100% perfection. But I'm still working in progress after finishing from the 4th season on the 2022/23 exhibition series for the GTWS Nations Cup and Manufacturers Cup. However, good thing just going to keep a good exact further notice while Toyota Gazoo Racing GT Cup is still out there before coming up in round 2 by tomorrow. So I really hope I have to keep on racing to stay clean and be there on time. Okay, Pohan in turn 12 clear. Moving up. Go for the campus onto turn 13 to steady up and go. Okay, gonna have to keep a good extra careful because all I have to do is gonna keep that torque to be well under balance. Penalty line is now being set and crossing forward to be as a reminder. 10 seconds left. Matchmaking is about to go underway, folks, so I'll have to be sure to have something else to keep my sights and my nostrils. We'll have to keep a good holding in to get something else to be on the better reflex. Hang on, folks. Okay, that's better. So, looks like the gang's all here. They're about to be choosing with Mercedes-AMGs, Lamborghini, Nissan, Toyota, and looks like that might be quite it for now. And don't forget, we have one Audi is about to be joining session to be using with the 2019 LMS Evolution. And there's a Ford Mustang Group 3. Alright. Now, let's go and preparation to go for having a 6-minute qualifiers. So you see, folks, for this part of the update, when participate in the Nations Cup, the GTWS car number is about to be set and applied to be well officially, just like the online tournament back from last year. So let's go for the warm-up, and gonna have to keep a good look on the third-person view. So I'm at the number 1 position, it's now being placed automatically. So this is going to get a lot of good racing fortune out there before this part of the lobby session turns out to become brilliant and remarkable. Number 1 for Team UDRS in Sportec as an entry participant. That's very cool. So, looks like gonna have to go for having a 6-minute qualifier, and then for the GT3 and GT2 League, we'll have to go for only 12 laps. Best wishes to all GT1 players out there in the league to go advance and forward by the endurance in 24 laps. This time, it's about to go average basic competition to kick it to the max. Now let's be patient and go on standby before exit at the pit. Looks like everyone is about to be ready up and go because one Porsche is now being joined in onto the lobby. 16 players is now being well participant and get set to be well competitive to be drive on over to be on the Belgium racing circuit. This is where the fun begins, you guys. Let's start practice and qualifying session. All clear in the Riral Rouge. Now going enter to be at the canvas. Sorry about that, I just took a sneeze. Alright, sector 1 cleared. Now go for Les Compes on turn 7 and 9. There we go. Right on the main queue. Going down on turn 10 while Louis 3 is now making a good clear spot to be on the right side of the track. Thank you, Louis 3. There we go. Turn 12 is now clear. Now for the Polhan in turn 12. Gonna have to think strategic and work my effort to get up and practice well to go higher, faster, to be on the top 5 position, or especially to be well placed to be on the number 7 or number 6 position at the spot after having one part of the practice is not gonna have to go check and complete. Okay, Sted Diesel is now arrived in position 7 in the scene. Good thing using for the 2020 Mercedes-AMG GT3 is now going to serve to be as an updated version, just like the 2016 model. Gonna have to keep going because first lap is now being served as an out lap before coming in onto lap number 2 to go average and official to see how it turns out to go fastest lap time to be served as a racing ejected. So here comes the chicane on turn 19 and 20, folks. Turn 19 and 20, folks. I kind of think because I might need to have some throat check after this. Okay, here I go. Take the La Source in turn 1. Going down on turn 2. Gonna have enough speed to get it onto turn 3 to turn 5. Okay, fantastic. Don't get caught in the penalty because the marshal post on turn 6 is now being served as a landmark to be crossing the line. All safe and clear. Now let's go on to the Les Compes again on turn 7 and 9. So there you go. Just gonna define my line and keep a good stable position on the improvement. That's very good. Now let's go again on turn 12 in the Polhan. Gonna have to keep a good watchful eye on the clock. This racing ejected is all about choosing the best recommend Group 3 car for today's competition in the Nations Cup. Is all about having the best manufacturer vehicle of all time. Now going in on Sector 3, exit from the stop lot and going entered onto the Corbeil Paul Ferry. So there you go. Looks like time is the essence. We'll have to go rushing in for only one lap around in Spa-Francorchamps. Gonna have to take turn 19 and 20 on the chicane, step it up, and make my mark to go for having an improved objective time. There we go. Looks like I'm on number 5 of the spot position, so gonna have to take one more lap to go remaining. This is it. Third and final lap in the qualifier time is about to get updated, so looks like Handsome MF is now updated to be currently to be entered onto position number 1. Ah, snap. I just barely took a mistaken turn on number 4. That's how what happens. 0.5 second penalty to ignore the track limit. Always be careful when you're on Irat Rouge to be taking on in turn 3, 4, and 5 is the most impossible tricky situation when going faster. Is all about just going to keep a good extra careful before the next race. We'll go officially to be taking 12 laps or 24 laps for only specifically in 2 separation onto the league class. But looks like Handsome MF 1955 just barely took the lap time in 2 minutes 19.507 seconds. Okay, looks like if I can go in to have 2 choices of the method by the opposite, I'll have to be preferred to be using with the hard compound racing tires first and the medium second. So number of laps that does not count because they'll have to take much more hard stepping stone to be stepping up and go proceed to be on a number of grid position whenever you're at. But after all, just gonna have to be very extra careful, try not to go ignore track limit on each part of 20 turns in the track. So here comes the hazard lights. Gonna have to go across the line, forced to be slowed down automatically. No cars coming in from behind, that's good. Come on, just gonna have to take that final stretch, make one turn in the chicane. And it looks like Dirty MO is now currently to be entered in the number 1 spot. Qualify is finished, so looks like phase 1 is cleared. Now let's go on to take phase 2 in about a minute and 2 seconds left. Alright. Well, I know this race is going to get challenging because all the best recommend Group 3 cars like Nissan, Mercedes-AMG, Toyota, and especially for Audi. But not to mention for Porsche, but it will be alright to see how Louis 3 is doing well to be well placed on the number 7 spot. So 35 seconds left, I'll have to stick around and go over for having phase 2 in the next part during the live stream video segment, folks. Alright, let's do this. Let's begin. It's all about represent your country before enter for this year's 2023 series for the GTWS. By starting up in Spa-Francorchamps with today's temperature forecast is going to be a bright and sunny day, and 64.4 degrees Fahrenheit is going to get much more fine natural for having a clear weather forecast. So, looks like this is going to have to take the first time ever. We'll have to go down and make your best effort after having 2 parts of the practice attempt. And don't forget to have the points table will be included as well during the season. So, looks like 16 players are all set and good to go in about 15 seconds. Do your best out there, folks, and just gonna have to choose any kinds of choices. We'll have to go for the medium or hard racing compound tires. So let's do this, you guys. It's about to go. Competition time to go commands. Welcome to the 2023 GTWS Nations Cup on GT7. Here we are at Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium for the Group 3 category. So we got some good drivers are about to be raring to go. Here we have Cash in first place. Here we have Racer Barrett 532 in second place. Third place we have Go Carter 17, all set and good to go. Deepak Kin has entered in fourth place. Fifth place we have Mike OX Long. Sixth place we have Speedy 1 juicing with a 2018 Nissan GTR. Louis 3 in Porsche on position 7. Slow Roller 56 in 8th place. Here's myself in 9th place with the UDRS Insportec in position 9. Stead Diesel arrives in 10th place. Bog Millen in position 11 in the Toyota GR Supra. Hendrik Mann number 5 in 12th place. 13th place we have Kenny Wisin. 14th place we have Busta Move in the Lamborghini Huracan GT3. H. Piercy in 15th place in the Toyota FT1 Vision GT. Now we have 15 drivers are about to be ready up and go for having a 2-choice tire method for only 1 pit stop. Do your best out there, folks. This Nations Cup competition in the new format system is about to go and fierce competition because of the car numbers to be served as the official competition to be labeled as a tournament race entry. Cutscene is about to go beautiful and we're about to go ready up and commence the countdown in about 3 seconds. So let's do this, you guys. Let's roll out and green light for the go for having the first round of this year's 2023 GTWS Nations Cup is about to get set and go underway. Good luck, folks. Keep on racing, stay clean, and make your best mark to be well achieved in 12 laps for the GT3 and GT2 League drivers. Look at them go, you guys. They're about to take it and go proceed to be on the Era Rouge on turn 3 and 5. But hold on, looks like one racer just barely took ignored track limit. That could be called out for having a penalty. So let's go and kick it up into the main part of the competition in lap number 1. But looks like Bog Millen just actually took a 0.5 second penalty for the Toyota GR Supra Racing Concept. Team UDRS Insportec is all set and clear, going enter to be at the last cone base in turn 7 through 9. And oh, so very close for Slow Blower 56 in the Mercedes AMG GT3 in the 2020 model to be going down onto position 9 to be at turn number 10. Bog Millen is on position 8. Gonna have to keep going because this race is gonna get much more intense competition just like the last season for the exhibition series. But it's the official online tournament, you guys. Let's see some bets, suggestions, and give some good comments during the part of the video segment. So looks like Slow Blower 56 is now currently to be entered onto the campus along with the other racers. Dirty MO is now currently to take the number 1 position in the gold position, and looks like Racer Barrett 532 is about to go catching up and side-by-side overtake to be entered onto Sector 3 after clear from Sector 2. And oh, there goes. Looks like one Toyota just took a spun out. Other racers might have to give it a go and proceed to be on the different grid standings to be on the main update. So here comes the main opportunity for Team UDRS Insportec in the 2018 Nissan GT Nismo GT3 will go into action. Spectacular run, and looks like Slow Roller is going to have to be extra careful while Team Insportec is in the way. Here comes the chicane on turn 19 and 20. Brace yourself and get ready to be entered on lap number 2. Kudos for that. And keep a good watchful eye on the fastest lap time when you're on lap number 2 by the entrance. Here comes turn 1. Slow Roller will have to go first, and Team Insportec will take second, along with the others will be on the third as well. Gap distance goes separation by each part of the update. However, Team Insportec will have to go harder, suitable, and challenging to be using for the hard compound in the racing category. So there you go. Looks like all clear in the Era Rouge and stay on going to be at the 9th position. But heads up, looks like Stead Diesel is coming in to be on the left side of the track, so Team Insportec knows the drill. Be patient, let the opponent who have to go first and do the main part of the upper hand. Very close call, and just going to keep a good extra careful to be on the last cone base in turn 7 around in turn 9. What a very good late afternoon time in the Belgium racing circuit, folks. Mostly other Group 3 cars might have a good head start after finishing from the final round at Grand Valley Highway 1. But very good choice for Liberty Digital just actually to be served in the final race in this season for the Nations Cup in the 2023 series. First start to have the Group 3 first, and then the second time will be on standby for the final round at the end of the season because of the brand new format. But however, it will have to get much more likely to see how recommend Group 3 cars between Nissan, Toyota, or Mercedes-AMG is going to have to step things up and go faster and harder to do this part of the racing objective in this part of the racing segment. So here comes Sector 2 cleared by the exit before entrance onto Sector 3. Turn 16 on the way and proceed onto the Paul Berry to be on number 16 at the curved straightaway before entered onto number 17. So on to the last minute, here we have Speedy 1 in position 3 in the scene to be entered on the grid standings. However, other racers are about to gain some separation and catch up to each other before proceed onto the final turns on 19 and 20 at the chicane. So looks like Team Insportec is going to have to stay on strong and catch up to Stet Diesel in about 1.3 seconds, updated before entered in lap number 3. Here's Bogmillan for having a fastest lap time in 2 minutes 41, and no wait, looks like it's Hamsun MF 1955 is now took over by 2 minutes 20.111 seconds. 0.111 is absolutely to have the main part of the signal to see how Hamsun is now going offense to catch up and suitable for having a perfect lap time to go faster than ever. But I really hope other GT players are about to go for it. This race is going to get challenging to go intense to be faster than ever. But hang on, looks like Kenny Rizin is now passing over for having a Castor Tom Supra racing concept is in the scene and overtake at Team Insportec and proceed for having a penalty for only 0.5 seconds. The opportunity has a very good call for Team UDRS Insportec in the Nissan GT Nismo GT3 in the 2018 model. Going down and proceed on to turn 10 to be at the Bruxelles is going to have to stay on track a bit. Come on UDRS, this race has got to do it perfectly, and there goes the yellow flag signal is now being called in. It's Bogmillan is now losing amount of grip and just going to keep a good watchful eye for having a main part of the replay segment. But not on the live stream, but it'll have to be having this part of the recording session in this part of today's race. So here comes the campus on the way to be at the 13th turn. Go left on turn 14, steady as it goes, make that good position on the apex before going right at turn 15. Mercedes, Toyota, and Nissan are about to go all-out battle for having a number 8 position to get in and get out. So here comes the penalty line to be forced slowed down for Toyota. Team UDRS might have the opportunity to get closer in about 0.5 seconds to be forward up ahead. Very good spectacular slipstream and going pull the brake onto the stopping point at 19. Here comes the chicane again, so keep an eye out. Other racers will be more likely to have a chance to go for having a pit stop to be available for having a signal call in. By the result of the calculations, hard racing compound tires will be doing the first leg, and then the medium compound tires will be suitable to be on the second leg. According to the strategy tip, it's going to have to see how it turns out to go for having a one perfect method. One possibility is going to have to stay on track if any Gran Turismo players will be suitable to go more likely onto the 5th position. So here comes to be at turn number 5 to be exit on the Iraq Rouge. Gap distance by the update in about 0.1 seconds is now additionally for having 1 second for Team Insportec, while Kenny Rizin in the Toyota Supra swoops in and goes side by side with Mercedes-Benz is now entered onto Sector 2 at turn 7 to be at the last cone base. There goes turn 8, followed by to be entered to have the right turn on turn number 9 to be exit, cleared, and proceed. Very nice, spectacular work for having a caster time variation for the number 36. Mercedes-AMG, driven by Sted Diesel, will have the chance and go faster for having another part of the offense. Gonna have to keep going. Team Insportec is still got a lot of good pressure amount of paces left. It'll have to go in, get through, and get out of the situation. We'll have to turn this competition around. As many racers will go on to be doing the campus to be on the 13, 14, and exit to be on the right corner turn in turn 15 to be exit on Sector 2 and going back onto Sector 3. Racer Barrett 532 is now in the first position to go for the lead, and look at him go, you guys. He's about to go for the upper hand and going well proceed to take turn 18 to be coming over or having a main part of the curve straightaway before going back onto the 19 and 20 chicane. But looks like Mike OX Long is still got a lot of paces left to go. He's on the third position and keep going faster to be in the main offense before moving on in lap number 5. So here it goes. Team Insportec will have to get another turn, and Toyota is about to be entered at the pits. Looks like giving a signal cue and go well proceed, and Deepak Kin is now being entered at the pits as well. A place for Team Insportec to be updated when entered on lap number 5. Spectacular patient strategy, but it's not over yet. Any kinds of number of laps will have to be going suitable, will have to be on standby to be served as a mandatory requirement. So keep an eye out. Avoid a 1-minute penalty during the first round of this year's 2023 GTWS Nations Cup. But here we have Mike OX Long has now suitable and achieved for the fastest lap time by 2 minutes 19.976 seconds. But hang on, looks like Handsome MF 1955 overtakes Team Insportec with a penalty of 0.5 seconds. Just in time, and just going to keep a good watchful eye on the racer where the penalty is now being affected due to ignored track limit. You should probably have to see this race anytime during the part of the live stream competition. But just to be well example for this preferred as a recording screen session. So here comes Sted Diesel. We'll have to take the side-by-side with Handsome in Toyota, and Mercedes will go all-out battle. But heads up, looks like Toyota is going off the track. Mercedes-AMG will have to stay inside of the track. Very good. Now going back into campus on turn 13 at the inside for Team Insportec to go improve stability and much more fine suitable, just like the 2013 model. Coming in on to Sector 2 finish at the exit, now going back on Sector 3. Looks like Sted Diesel is about to be slowed down, while Team Insportec has the opportunity to go overtake on Mercedes-Benz before coming exit onto lap number 5 at the end. So there you go, side by side, get close in, make turn 18, has to do it perfectly, momentarily. Seems like Racer Barrett has entered the pits. Gonna have to keep a good watchful eye. Hard compound racing tires is gonna have to take one step and going enter to be proceed at the end of the 5th lap until moving on in lap number 6. So here it comes. Halfway there, folks. Halfway there, and Team UDRS Insportec moving on forward to be in the 5th position. Alright, let's kick it up and keep it on going, because the hard compound racing tires is going to have to take a good ever going long distance. We'll have to stay patiently to be on standby. So here comes the Era Rouge. Make turn 4 to be stable and keep a good line of sight to be entered on turn 6 to be passed by at the Camel Straight. But hold on, H_Piercy is now entered in the scene. One Toyota FT1 Vision Gran Turismo Group 3 is about to be ready up and go stable for having a fierce battle between Nissan. It's about to go challenging. One updated GT3 versus a Vision Gran Turismo Group 3 will be going entered to take the battle for 5th place. Fantastic run and ever-growing strategy to see how Team Insportec is all about being patient while the other racers will be doing one pit stop available for having a middle part, and then going a little bit exact late will have to be on standby as the hard compound tires will be going worn out and be patiently between lap number 10 or going entrance to be on lap number 12 to be served as the final lap. But the risk we'll have to take for Team Insportec, according to the main part of the objective, we'll have to take that part of the priority. So gonna have to keep it good steady. Looks like Mike OX Long is now currently to take the first position in the lead, followed by Speedy 1 in second place, Louie 3 in third place representing Team Porsche for the Nations Cup, and Slow Roller 56 in fourth place. Separate times and the top 3 racers are about to get in and entrance to be on turn 19 and 20 at the chicane. So looks like Mike OX Long is still actually got a lot of good hopes and well-precision strategy to get in and turn this competition around. But heads up, onto the last minute, Team Insportec just barely successful to be dodging and evading from H_Piercy's running position. So now it's about to go on standby because lap number 7 is going to have to get a good watchful eye for having a 5-lap deadline, as the tire changes is going to have to go for having a reminder check. So here I go. Gonna have to keep going because other racers will have a chance and going to proceed as well because of the one pit stop requirement to go earlier to be well priored to be exact. Gonna have to keep trying harder because Team Insportec has worked coming a long way to be on lap number 7 before proceed onto the 8th lap. Is gonna have to keep a good watchful eye for the top 3 drivers. Mike OX Long, Speedy 1, and Louie 3 is still actually to keep going for having a 3-car battle. Will be continuing on for the battle in first place, while Team UDRS Insportec is now actually to be ongoing stronger to be temporarily onto the 4th position. So here we have Racer Barrett 532 is now in the scene in about 1.7 seconds remaining, as Team Insportec might have to give a good exact signal call to be entered. So we have to find out soon enough till it'll have to be stay on track and keep it on going. However, other racers will be more likely to have a chance to overtake Team Insportec's current position by the update. So let's have our hopes, bets, and suggestions to see how the top 3 racers are still going to keep going, moving on before the next lap will be at number 8. So coming clear on turn 14, right turn on turn 15 at the exit in the campus before moving on in sector 3 again. There we go. Team UDRS Insportec is now going for the short defense as Racer Barrett 532 is getting closer to him. One Mercedes AMG GT3 in the 2020 model is now currently to go for the offense, and here comes turn 18. Incoming by the contact. Just try not to make one single amount of scratch because the risk will have to be called in and stay on the track to be entered earlier onto the chicane at the 19th and the 20th. So pretty safe and clear before exit from lap number 7 and go enter to be at number 8. Third place for Team UDRS Insportec, and the bronze position is now going back down as Racer Barrett sneaks in by the overtake. But it's not over yet. Looks like it's still got enough gap distance as Louie 3 is about to be switched up for having a different tire compound to be served as a mandatory requirement. Just keep going. This race might gonna have to do perfectly if Team Insportec will have to get more likely on the chance to get there on time. Climbing up and go enter to be on the gear number 6 to be entered after clear from the Camel Straight. Let's comb base on turn 7 through 8 and the right corner to be at turn number 9. .8 seconds remaining. Will Team Insportec has to get one pit stop available to be called in as the mandatory requirement to be setting up from hard into medium compound tires will have to go endurance for only one temporarily to be climb up and get suitable update for having a racing prediction. For example, because if I can go down onto position 8 or 9 or exactly to be on the 10th position, that could be a very tough time to go desperate measures for Team Insportec after having one pit stop to be tire change and no refuel requirements. Gonna have to keep going because late afternoon is about to be finished and we're about to go early to be on the dusk time condition. The sunset is pretty beautiful out there in Spa-Francorchamps, folks. As the racers goes on and on, GT3 and GT2 League classes will have to stay as usual to go basic competition. So looks like Speedy One is about to be entered the pits. Looks like he's about to go for having a quick change on the medium and hard racing compound tires will do the second leg. So now's the time. Team Insportec is about to get in and go proceed to be signaled in onto the pit stop. So here it goes. Team UDRS are about to be entered at the pits. Will be going in for having a hard compound tire change and swap on over to be on the medium. So no refuel at this time because dropping down to be on the 7th position. So gonna have to keep a good watchful eye on slow roller being overtake. And there goes Kenny Racine. And don't forget H_Pusey is now gonna have to take one best chance to overtake at Team Insportec while in the pits. And there it goes. Looks like position are about to get yet dropped down. So take 3 is gonna have to get much more suitable for having a one part of the racing segment. So there we go, drop down, and prediction just turns incorrect. 12th place, however, for Team Insportec is now going to have to take a 1 single second amount of pit stop. It's going to have to be putting up and go well adjusted onto the medium racing tires. So moving on forward, and entered lap number 9 for having an outlap for Team UDRS Insportec. 20 minutes since the start of the race in round 1 for the GTWS Nations Cup for the 2023 series. Other racers are still yet to be separate after having some grueling battles for only 9 laps, for only 3 more to go remaining. Gonna have to keep going. Still get back to do a rematch on Stead Diesel in about 1.5 seconds remaining. There we go, keep going. In about 54 seconds to get back onto the main position on the objective to be on 7th place or 5th. We'll have to get better at this time. So looks like Mike OX Long is still in the first position in the lead. Racer Barrett 532 comes back to be in the silver position in the number 2 spot along with Deepak Kin in 3rd position. Another pit stop is about to be calling in as well for Mike OX Long. Now's the time. And Racer Barrett will have to go opportunity to get back onto the first position for having a perfect moment. So here comes the main part. Gonna have to be on standby. Racer Barrett 532 is now entered to be on the first position, while Mike OX Long is now currently to be on the 2nd position, dropped down to be on 3rd. And there we go. After clear from lap number 9, moving on forward to be on the 10th lap for other racers, and still ongoing for having some other times to be on the pit stop to be served as a mandatory requirement. But after all, Team UDRS Insportec will have to get entered to be on the 11th position as entering to be on lap number 10. Just 2 more laps to go. Gonna have to hurry up and keep pressing forward to have this part of the racing objective to get in and get out to turn this race around. With all the other racers are still yet to come, you'll have to go struggle and get through with this because this race is all about doing the high stakes to go harder, faster, and make your mark to be well achieved to have accomplished towards your own victory to be entered onto the top 5 positions. Especially for the top 3 drivers as well, because they just did a lot of hard work to do a lot of research and strategy to go in and out to be entered for today's competition in round 1. So gonna have to keep going. This race entry for take 3 is gonna have to get in and get through with it, because the main lineup for only 2 more laps to go remaining, as the top 3 racers are now going back and going differently to be updated in the grid standings. 15 drivers are still standing without having one racer left the lobby. And now here it comes. Gonna have to take the pole on in turn 12. Keep going. Gonna have to take one more best chance of racing to get in and make one best amount to overtake Stud Diesel in position 10 in the Mercedes-AMG GT3 in the 2020 model. Okay, there we go. That's the ticket. Stay on focus for Team UDRS Insportec, folks. This race is just about getting closer to its own racing fruition. It shall have to take that accomplishment, and just going to go on standby for having a hard compound tires in the first leg, and the medium will be suitable to be on the second. Okay, there goes the apex. Gonna have to keep it careful. Avoid the penalty to be entered on lap number 11 after exit from lap number 10. It's about to go sunset. Just going to keep racing, and we're almost there before the nighttime is about to go for the twilight hour. So, looks like the fastest lap update is about to be called in. Looks like XX30MOXX is now actually to be took over by 2 minutes, 19.730 seconds. He is going much more passive to be well clean and stay on track to be entered onto the 3rd position, along with Deepak Kin in 2nd place. But it's not over yet, because one more lap to go remaining, and also for Team UDRS Insportec in the Nissan GT Nismo GT3 is still currently to keep it up and stay on the main lineup to be well stronger, to be faster than ever. Getting closer onto Step Diesel in about 0.3 seconds up ahead. Gonna have to keep it up and keep it go to stay focusing with a tougher opponent. Now's the time, and get in there to have this part of the racing segment is gonna have to step things up to turn this race around. Here comes turn 12. There we go. Looks like Team Insportec is getting closer to Step Diesel in about a few more seconds up ahead to be stopping at turn 13 at the campus. Fantastic work. Just gonna have to keep going. Looks like Step Diesel is not giving up yet. Minor fine adjustment and keep a good, well stable condition to have the slipstream. We'll get it on hold. So this is it, folks. After lap number 11 ends, moving on and take lap number 12 as the final lap. Tonight's race is going to get challenging to go excited and incredible out there to see how the top 3 drivers just coming a long way. Racer Barrett 532, Deepak Kin, and XX30MOXX is now entered to have a final showdown to be in the first round in this year's 2023 series for the GTWS Nations Cup. However, because one racer just left the lobby for only 14 drivers left standing to be proceed before the final lap begins, UDRS Insportec just gonna have to try to keep it up and moving on forward to take another part of the chance for this part of the live stream video for the competition of today. Just gonna have to hurry up, because all that hard work to be on Spa-Francorchamps, just gonna keep trying and make your mark to go best effort without having one race to avoid a penalty. So it's all safe and clear. Just going to keep going. Looks like Racer Barrett 532 is going to have to be pronounced the first place winner of this year's Nations Cup in round 1 for the 2023 GTWS. Looks like Deepak Kin's not giving up yet. He's about to go for it. He's going to have to step it up and go enter to be on the pole hunt in turn 12. It's a 4-car massive lineup to be on a separate distance to get closer in and get closer out to have this main part of the line segment is going to have to keep a good clear racing. But I mean, 30MO is still actually just going to keep a good well defense to be on the campus onto turn 13 and 14 along with Deepak Kin and Racer Barrett 532 to be entered for the final sector in lap number 12. This is it, folks. Racer Barrett 532 is going to have to make his best chance to go for the final stretch, going longer, and make that best effort for having a chicane to be on 19th and 20th. So almost there. Looks like they have already entered to be on the 18th turn. Just going to have to make one last turn to be at the chicane in number 19 and 20. It all comes down to this. This has got to be the first place winner for this year's 2023 GTWS Nations Cup. Goes to Racer Barrett 532 for the win. There we go. Looks like the checkered flag is about to be called in, and there it goes. Racer Barrett 532 for the win for the Nations Cup in the GTWS at Spa-Francorchamps. Good job, Racer Barrett. You did a good, successful, proud racing effort out there to be well represented the country in the USA. Good job, Racer Barrett. You did a good job, and you did a fantastic racing effort out there for this part for today's segment of the moment. So, looks like all the racers has made it on time to be entered at the finish line without a 1-minute penalty. But I tell you guys, impossible tough race, and this time Mercedes, Audi, and Nissan has entered to be at the top 3 position, is now being on to the checkered flag finish. Now that's a tough competition, but there's more to come because the first round just gonna have to get started, and points elapsed will have to be on the update before the next round will be on Wednesday to take on in Fuji International Speedway for the Group 2 category. Earlier at the time, because this has got to do this part of the segment, is going to have to take a matter of live stream perspective. Good racing, guys. Way to step up and go hard going competitive to be having one single amount of clean race. All that hard work just going to have to take 11th position to go harder next time for Team UDRS Insportec. But not to mention, because I just already took 8th place from the last part of the video segment, so this has got to do this replay momentarily. Thumbnail image to be saved, so looks like it is going to get much more prouder and excited for the outcome. So looks like this has got to do much more fine. Congratulations for Racer Barrett 532 for the win, especially for Deepak Kin and Dirty MO just actually did a good run out there. But looks like one received comment from Stet Diesel for having a good race. You did good out there, Stet. You did very good. Driving with a 2020 Mercedes AMG GT3 is all about having your best time ever out there to go in and out. So I had to leave a message for Racer Barrett 532 that he did a good job. Congratulations, Racer Barrett 532. You did good out there to be in round 1 for the Nations Cup in the GTWS 2023 series. So I hope round 2 will be looking forward to be at Fuji International Speedway will be on Wednesday. But after that, next Saturday we'll have to go proceed to be on round 3. Well, folks, looks like this is where it all begins. Tougher time competition will go advanced and separate to be on 2 separate leagues, to be on the GT3 and GT2 League for only a basic average in 12 laps, while the GT1 will go advanced forward to be on the high driver rating to be on A+. So good race for today, and looks like the next part is going to have to get ready for having a debrief to wrap this up before at the end of the video. Thank you for enjoying watching the live stream video on Gran Turismo 7. I hope you enjoyed, but there's more to come to have one more to go remaining before the last one is going to have to take another part of the perspective. So be sure, click the subscribe button for a like, comment, and click the bell for notifications on upcoming content videos if you like to see. Don't forget to check it out on any social media platforms like DeepNetArt, Twitter, Instagram, and GT Planet for more to see for my own image artwork like UDRS liveries, Fish and Total Drama fan art with car liveries, and more whenever you're welcome at any time. So I'll be seeing you guys next time on Take 4 to be on the live stream segment for the GTWS Nations Cup for the 2023 series. So I have to look forward to see you again next time for having one more time. Keep on racing, stay clean.